What's up, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome back to my 2K16 MyCareer Let's Play Ebenezer's Revenge on the PS4. Currently, Ebenezer is your World Heavyweight Champion, and potentially feuding with both John Cena and or Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins, but right now, fighting Daniel Bryan on SmackDown. So let's get into that and see what may happen or what may not happen. And yes, I would certainly hope, as the world champion, that I am the main event. So here we are on yet another Tuesday, and I will preface my usual Tuesday discussion with I have not watched Raw yet. I usually watch it on Tuesday nights, and expect my Raw reactions tomorrow. But, as always, being on social media, being on the internets, you know, there are things that are hard to avoid when it comes to wrestling stuff and wrestling news and, you know, all that good stuff that comes along with, you know, the flagship show, boom, on Raw. So, that being said, there are some other big fat flop, other things that are, you know, kind of out there that I wanted to touch on very briefly. Like, apparently, Machine Gun Anderson and Doc Gallows are now at the Performance Center down in Florida for NXT, which, you know, could that mean they're going to appear at NXT Dallas? Maybe. You know, could they be bringing up Finn Balor to the main roster with those guys as part of the Balor Club? Maybe. These are things that we're going to have to wait and see. And, you know, not going to have to wait too long because WrestleMania is this weekend. And that's exciting. Whoa there, D-Bry. I know you're a master of submissions and everything else, but no. How about no? Certainly, you would think him tapping out the world champion would put him in the contention for, you know, something, but considering how much this game fails it on a number of accounts, I wouldn't count on it. But that's kind of how it would work in real life, is you pin the champion in a non-title match, and then you earn your title shot. But anyway, yeah, so Anderson Gallows are there, or at least Anderson is. Like, I didn't see any photos of Gallows, so I'm just assuming because, you know, they signed both those guys when they signed Nakamura and AJ Styles, who was doing pretty well for himself at this point. And apparently they are having Styles and Jericho, even though, like, just last week on Twitter, Jericho's like, I don't know, we're not having it. And I'm like, how are you not having it? That's the one thing you've been building toward on, like, every show. You can't not have it. Come on now. So perhaps that was just Jericho once again trolling Twitter, which, you know, would not be surprising. What else? Right after I finished recording yesterday, they announced Snoop Dogg is your celebrity inductee in the Hall of Fame. So there's that stuff. And it's always like, I finish my recording and then some news happens. That's kind of unavoidable. I'm hitting pin. What the hell? I'm like mashing on circle repeatedly, and it's like, nope, you're just gonna stand here. So that's kind of, you know, not surprising. They had originally rumored Regis. You counted the fucking, god damn it. They had originally rumored Regis Philbin. And apparently, I guess that fell through, or I guess it was just easier to get Snoop Dogg because his cousin is Sasha Banks. So, there's that. Whoa there, Kip Up, in your comeback. Nope, don't think so. How about a butterfly powerbomb? And you can then eat it. So, certainly, I guess, you know, if we assume that, hey, Drew Carey's in the Hall of Fame, and he appeared at the Rumble that one time, and Snoop Dogg has appeared on Raw and hosted Raw that one time. Actually, you know, performed at Mania, if I'm not mistaken. There was like a Divas thing, and he was at Mania. I don't know if he was performing or if he was just there. It was like this big Divas Battle Royal thing, like 10 years ago or something like that. I forget. Anyway, he's made multiple appearances, but if you get to the point where you've got guys who, whoa, German suplex, if you get to the point where you've got guys who've, hey, they showed up one time for that very long era of Raw guest hosting, which, you know, was, like, every name under the damn sun in that era. There are a number of future Hall of Famers, like the Muppets, are potential future Hall of Famers, if you're going to say that's your criteria for going into the Hall of Fame. You could have Bob Barker, you know, hopefully before he passes away. as a future Hall of Famer. You could have those NASCAR guys. You could have Kathy Lee and Hoda as potential future Hall of Famers if they think it would sell tickets to their Hall of Fame ceremony or give them any kind of mainstream news coverage, as they always crave that mainstream news coverage. So, just putting that out there that, if Snoop Dogg's Hall of Fame material for their circle, for their celebrity wing, then anybody who guest hosted is also Jeremy Piven and Summerfest is a potential for their 10 years from now for their celebrity Hall of Fame. So just putting that out there. Anyway, let's put away D-Bry here. Come on now. That's another Ebenezer. So 3 count. I'm the champion. Come on now. Once again, the immovable object rolls on. Actually managed to get there without going to level 3 stamina, so that's pretty cool. So I've already been spoiled on a few things on Raw, because obviously I was on the internet last night. I heard that Zack Ryder beat Chris Jericho clean, and that's crazy. That's kind of like, what? And then I was already spoiled on Shane doing some crazy shit from the top rope to the outside on a table on Taker. And things that you thought they would have saved for, the pay-per-view. Hey, I'm not main event. Pentagon Jr., Invasion from AAA? That's Invasion from... Okay. So finally, it's been how many episodes? Finally, the Invasion feature from other players' MyCareers has finally picked somebody else, and it's Pentagon Jr. That's hilarious. Okay, let's fight. How come I'm not main event? Well, I guess The Rock vs. Brock, that makes sense. But still, I'm the champ. I don't want to end up like CM Punk, be the champ for a year, and be having mid-card matches like that whole year on Raw. That's not acceptable. I'm sorry. The world champion should be the focal point of your show. He's the world champion. Just because The Rock and John Cena are having a match at WrestleMania, don't shortchange your fucking world champion. That's bullshit. Anyway, what else? There was something else I wanted to discuss here. Oh, that what was originally going to be you thought was going to be a one-on-one match between Brie Bella and Lana turned into a 4-on-4, which is now a 5-on-5. And it's like Team Total Divas versus Team Bad and Blonde, which is sure, okay. But man, you want to talk about including a bunch of people who are not good wrestlers. That match is going to have Brie Bella, that match is going to have Lana, that match is going to have Eva Marie. The potential for being complete shit show shenanigans is very high. Very, very high. But that was the other thing that I wanted to touch on here is that apparently a pre-show match of several pre-show matches. I'm hearing now 4 pre-show matches because it is a 2-hour pre-show, which obviously begs the question, why the fuck do you need a 2-hour pre-show, and why does it need 4 matches? And apparently one of those is the U.S. title, Ryback versus Kalisto. So that's kind of don't put your title matches on a damn pre-show. Have some faith in your damn titles. Don't job out have your guys with the fucking belts curtain jerking. That's disrespectful to the lineage of those titles. I'm sorry, it just is. Anyway, let us certainly I would imagine that the world champion could make short work of bad news Barrett, the guy who tends to lose more often than not. I like Wade Barrett, but man, he is just his career has been not exactly stellar. So let us continue making it not stellar as we give him a nice teardrop suplex. I'm so used to hitting left and not down. Now that I have more than one taunt. What's that? Another suplex? Yes, sir. Fuck off. So yeah. Now we're saying 4 matches on that pre-show, which is going to be a 2-hour big old suplex, big old pre-show. And so that if WrestleMania is already 4 hours, so that's going to be a 6-hour broadcast. So that's most of my day. I like wrestling, but come on, you know? At a certain point, it's too much. And, you know, it's not so bad when you're, you know, sitting at somebody's house, having some snacks, talking some shit, you know, that kind of thing. But imagine being there. Like, that's just insane. That was electrifying. I can't imagine going to that show and being there, like having to get there, having to get in line, having to go line up, you're gonna literally be there for like 10 hours when all is said and done. It is literally like most of your day. It is like going to work, you know? Obviously it's funked because, you know, it's Mania, but the time commitment is like going to work and then some. It's like your job is to sit here and watch wrestling for 6 hours. Like, fuck, man. That's crazy. Oh, Wade Barrett. Powerbomb to the outside. Thank you much. Back in the ring. And then we say, fuck you, ref. Fuck you, ref, right behind your head. You can't see me. So, I don't know. I'm wondering if this supposed thing here with John Cena and Seth Rollins is going to culminate in yet another triple threat, and is that actually going to matter or not? Because we just had a triple threat. Like, I just won one of those. Like, why can't my first real title defense be a one-on-one match? And have not come to a decision yet on what I actually want to do with that. Whether or not I want to, like, I don't know that holding the belt for a year is going to be all that interesting. Because, you know, I've certainly been on a winning streak, you know, for almost the entirety of this show. So, having another 50 or 60 episodes of me just beating guys, you know, over and over again, and usually, like, the same guys, is not exactly the most compelling of video programs, I think. So, perhaps shaking it up and having some losses happen there and losing the belt, winning the belt, losing the belt, that kind of stuff could potentially be a more interesting show. That's just kind of my thought on it. But I do kind of want to see how this John Cena feud plays out, because as we all know, Ebenezer already beat John Cena once, and most guys, you know, who are up and coming get that one victory. What? From John Cena, and then John Cena proceeds to squash the shit out of you. That's how it works in real life. Happened to Bray Wyatt, happened to Rusev, happened to Owens. Like, yeah, you get your one victory, and then you're kind of boned. Because there's one thing that John Cena does, it is squash young talent. Anyway, they have great matches, but, you know, who ends up being on top of that feud? Like, John Cena just doesn't lose feuds. Seriously, I think Lesnar was like the only time in like the last, what, like 10 years? Come on now. Ridiculous. And the one thing I've been saying, Barrett, crush. The one thing, no. There we go. I'm too fat. The one thing I've been saying for a while now, and this is what they should have done, like, you really want to establish Kevin Owens as the guy in that feud, you would have had him tap out John Cena. John Cena has not tapped out in like a decade. So whoever does it is clearly going to be the guy. So yeah, I'd say with that criteria, quite pop. Whoa, Belt is freaking out. There's your fucking thumbnail. Belt freaking out. That's real funny. Let me guess. Once again, John Cena. Boop, boo, doo, boo. Yep. I didn't hit you. It was, yeah, those guys. That was so funny. It just, bop. Oh, he fell. I thought I was no longer in the Authority. I'm very confused as to what the actual situation is here. It's very confusing. Alright, I didn't reverse the signature. What a waste. Oh, hi, Renee. Alright, I gotta actually pay attention now to which answer to give, because last time they fucked me. So, need to be a face. Need to be a face.
Some would say that you're afraid to fight Cena one-on-one. What do you have to say about that?
I want that one-on-one. I'm not afraid of John Cena. No, I'm not afraid of John Cena. It seems like the face answer. Like, I'm gonna hit it, and I'm gonna hope for the best.
I'm not afraid of John Cena.
Why?
Honestly, I have no.
That seems like the face answer. Like, why would it? God damn it.
If Cena wants to go face to face with me, he can try again next week.
Yeah, that sounds like a face thing to say.
Nothing to
Nothing to do with me. I didn't do it. Shit, I don't know.
Thanks for the time. Back to you.
Back to you. After this many hours, why would you change which buttons give face answers and which buttons give heel answers? Why would you change that? That makes no fucking sense. Too stupid. Anyway, we'll see what tomorrow has in store for us on SmackDown. Oh, look, Roman Reigns. So, like I was just saying, the eventual person, the next person to make John Cena tap out is gonna be, man, they're just all my blues going away. My blues going away. Fuck. The next person to tap out John Cena will clearly be the next guy. How much you want to bet it's gonna be Roman Reigns? Mark it down in your calendars. Anyway, I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. Tune in every day, more videos, and I'll see you next time right here on this channel. And I'm out.